When the thriving communities of Louisville and southern Indiana were ravaged by flood in 1937, Mayor Neville Miller proclaimed, "We will build an even better and a greater Louisville." What followed were some of the most progressive years in Louisville history. Today, we're a metropolitan area that combines life and the art of living, where neighborhoods, nature, and art exist side by side with business and industry. But as Mayor Miller said following the Great Flood, we have the opportunity to build an even greater city, where the best and the brightest from here and elsewhere call the region home, because they know a rewarding, fulfilling life is waiting for them, where the world's top companies look to stay here or relocate here, not only because it's good for their business, but because it's good for their people. But as seen during the flood, sometimes it takes a great need to pull people together to make the necessary investments for the betterment of the whole community. Currently, thousands of area commuters rely on nearly 50-year-old cross-river bridges that are over-traveled and under-maintained, bridges that lack emergency lanes or any option for environmentally friendly mass transit or high-occupancy lanes. As traffic crawls through Spaghetti Junction, recently named the nation's 11th worst bottleneck, a single accident can halt not only traffic, but also the productivity of area businesses and everyone who relies on this vital transportation hub. But there is a solution that addresses the obstacles that stand in the way of Greater Louisville's brighter future. A solution developed with national expertise and the community, a result of more than 400 public meetings attended by thousands of citizens on both sides of the river. It's the Ohio River Bridges Project, and it solves the traffic and safety challenges that are holding this region back from becoming the best it can be. The solution includes a new downtown bridge with 6 lanes devoted entirely to northbound I-65 traffic, while all southbound traffic is carried on the 6 lanes of the Kennedy Bridge. The solution continues with a new streamlined Spaghetti Junction, which will sit further south, opening up 45 acres of land adjacent to Waterfront Park. Smaller, evenly placed junction supports will open sweeping vistas of the river. Moving to the east, a new bridge will connect I-265, saving miles of unnecessary travel and helping relieve congestion downtown. In developing this plan, countless alternatives and options were considered. In the end, and following years of traffic studies and public input, it's been found that only 2 new bridges and the rebuild of Spaghetti Junction together can solve our region's transportation challenges. A one-bridge solution will not work. Federal, state, and local officials on both sides of the river are working together to maximize available funding sources and find the most efficient means to build the project. The sooner construction begins, the sooner and more cost-effectively it can be completed. The longer we wait, the more it will cost. Area motorists will be driving over the first new bridge 5 years after construction starts.
We are convinced that we have here people and now the structure for action. Please be prepared to move quickly. We say in Indiana, we like to move at the speed of business, not the speed of government. I hope you will adopt that mentality.
It is time to get this project going. It is time to make sure that this happens. It's time to turn this dream that we've all had for so long into reality. And both Governor Daniels and I are determined to do that.
This 21st century economy, there's an expectation that particularly in the United States that you've got the transportation thoroughfares, you've got the routes, you've got the bridges to make transportation flow. It's something that we can't ignore. It's something that we absolutely have to work on today and get it done.
This project means so much to their quality of life, because if you don't build these bridges, you've got a gridlock which creates air pollution.
And if there's an accident on the highway, it could take over an hour more for me to get to work or to get home.
There's a lot of pressure on us to clear the highways, and we try to do that, but we also have to be safe for our people.
The lack of bridge capacity and the lack of even some of the interstate capacity, for example, I-71 and pieces of I-64, means that they stack up like parking lots for 1 to 2 hours a day with a lot of bad intersections and ramps. That causes the average congestion in this market to be extremely high.
It will be an outgrowth of the waterfront park and all the other feed-ins that will make it quite accessible and beautiful.
I think it's going to help make our city more effective, more thorough in the way we just commute between one state or the other.
Probably the most important investment this region can make for the future for our kids and our grandkids and our great-grandkids.
But it's not just about building bridges. It's about building an even greater place to live. It's about building a greater place to do business. It's about building a vision that will take this great city into a cleaner, safer, and brighter future. So let's build the bridges already. Let's build an even greater Louisville.